And the government shutdown is starting to put a real strain on federal employees' wallets as we enter day 28. Many remain furloughed or continue to work without pay.
Atlanta News First, Niamani Watson is live at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. And Niamani, for the first time, air controllers have not received any money on their paychecks.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning. And this is as air traffic controllers have to work overtime, again, without pay. TSA agents dealing with those same issues, leading to checkpoint delays and flight delays. Now, air traffic controllers and TSA agents are considered essential employees, meaning they have to work during the government shutdown. But TSA says the longer the shutdown goes on, the more severe the impact will be on staffing. Last week, travelers dealt with unusually long lines here at Hartsfield-Jackson due to those shortages. Some flight delays are being blamed on air traffic control shortages as well across the country. According to FlightAware, there were 829 flight delays here at Hartsfield-Jackson yesterday. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says some employees are calling out sick because they're not being paid.
We've gone up as high as 53% of the delays have been because of staffing shortages, and that number moves every single day.
Now, air traffic controllers will be out here at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport handing out information to passengers about the impact of this shutdown. We'll also be speaking with the union later today, and we'll have more on what they have to say on Atlanta News First at noon. For now, we're live at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. I'm Niamani Watson, Atlanta News First.